up, everybody? Okay, so today we're going on an expedition. I'm doing another catch, cook, kill video, and we're doing squirrel pot pie. And so for like the last, 2 months, I've been at war with these squirrels. They've raided my garden, my collards, my carrots, you name it. And so here's the war. I've literally been catching and killing these and stacking them up in the refrigerator. And now it's time to cook them. So in this video, we're going squirrel hunting. We're trapping squirrels. And then we're gonna cook squirrel pot pie. Here we go, guys. There's a squirrel in my garden. I just saw him go in right there. I was too slow on the camera. There's a bird really close to the garden. There he is. There he is. There's the culprit exiting the garden. He thinks he's slick. Number 2 culprit right there. There he is. There he is, Marley. All right, Marley, do your thing. Get out there and get him. Get out there and get him. Get him, Marley, get him. He's right there. He's right there, Marley. Behind you. Behind you. Over there at the garden. There he goes. There he goes. I got your number, dude. He just went over there. Marley, you're slacking here. I know you're getting old, but there's squirrels in your perimeter. There he is. He's on the prowl. We got to set up our little defensive position here. Alright, so the trap is right there. See if you can see it. Right there. Just saw a squirrel coming out of those broccoli plants right there. Last year, squirrels ate all my broccoli. Not this year. They also ate the collards right here, and they've been eating the lettuce. Came out here after the last frost, and they'd clipped the kale. Had enough. Me and Marley's got their name. See right here? Those little tooth marks. Little tooth marks all in here in that isn't that right, Marley? Marley's got their scent. He's got their scent. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lettuce is about gone. Broccoli, most protected thing here. You don't know, is I got a highly trained boxer hound dog. He's ready. He's experienced. He's caught over 10 squirrels so far. Not just here in this locale, but amongst multiple locations. So we're ready. Going on. Squirrels live here. Squirrels live here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 squirrel nests right there, and they're invading my garden. Scene of the crime right there. Scene of the crime. We're ready. He thinks he's slick. I got something for him. He's even showing his butt to me. What you're seeing right now is the war between me and Mr. Squirrel. And if you're wondering, Marley is in this video. And if you caught the last video where he passed away, but he's in this video. Remembrance of Marley. Give him a sniff. That rat's gonna bite you, Marley. What do you have to say for yourself? What do you think? On the prowl. Why are you chewing up my cage? Whoa, whoa. I know you're fired up, alright, but you're on my collard. Got him. Hell yeah. This guy was way up in the top of that tree. He was up there. I mean, he was way up there, and I got a lucky shot and knocked him right out of the top of it. Followed it up with a double tap. I got him. He's in the freezer, aka the crock pot right now. Look what I got right here. He was in the collard patch. Check it out. I got my rodent. He was eating my collards. All right, guys, so I'm booking out of the office early. I'm going to look for a squirrel. Samantha says I need one more, so I'm headed down to the big woods now. See if I can rustle me up one. I'm bringing the big boomstick today. We ain't playing no more games. 20 gauge is on trial today, so I'll see you there. don't know about you guys, but while I'm driving along, I always scope the tops of the trees looking for some little nests. I mentally mark them. Come back and see them later. It's been hit or miss these days in these water management areas. I think I know what was wrong. I didn't have my trusty dusty hat on. But I got it now. I only need one. Got the big boomstick right here. We're ready. These woods are so thick in here. Can't even really get in here. Look at this. Holy cow. It's hot as crap in here, but check it out. See right there? It's a porta potty. They get floated in here. See how wet it is? Because when the river was up, it floated in here. I do whatever it takes to hold you, whatever it takes to you. Wanna be in this game for two. When it all comes down, do you feel alive? Are you feeling lost? Look at that. That's bad rod analysis right there. I never needed 3 before. Got one. Took me 3 shots though. I was shooting through the brush. Wasn't a lot of brush, but it was enough. Pretty pumped. The big boomstick did it. So I waited on this squirrel for like an hour. He was sitting in that knot up there with just his head poking out, and if I shot him, he'd fall in the knot. So I was looking at this squirrel over here, and then when he heard him bark, he came out looking for a fight. And he stuck it just his head out, took a shot, went to the other side of the tree, stuck his head out again, shot again, went down the tree, thought he was slick, got him 3rd time. Sometimes you just gotta throw some lead down range. Got my 4th squirrel, only needed 1. Yeah. I just told Samantha to get the crock pot ready. He thought he was slick. We're gonna do squirrel pot pie. Pretty pumped. Gun's clear, weapon on safe. Oh, check that out. We got a burn barrel. Pretty pumped to finally pull off my 4th squirrel. Took me a minute, but I got him. Got 4 squirrels. This is a big old bull squirrel. Big old male. Got 4 squirrels ready for the crock pot. So I guess we're gonna crock pot them, and then we're gonna put them into the pot pie. Samantha's got a plan. I don't know what her plan is, but she's good at those plans. Until it all breaks down, but I need it so I will stay around. When you're all messed up, it's a great relief to be understood. It's a shame still waters run deep. So let us walk right into the forest, to the trees and the rising sun. It is something we can't outrun. Alright, so I brought that last squirrel back home, and if you're squeamish at all, just fast forward to this spot right here. And because I gotta clean the squirrel, and if you don't like that, then you just gotta fast forward. I'll see you at the fast forward. But for you guys that are staying, here's what I'm doing. I'm basically just making a small incision with a pair of scissors right behind their back, like behind the legs, like by the neck where it starts. And I stick my fingers underneath it and I just rip it apart. And it's just like pulling a coat off the squirrel. Clip all 4 feet off and remove the head. And all you gotta do next is gut the squirrel, and he's ready for the crook pot. It literally would take you like 2 minutes if you're skilled at this, probably less than that. So here's the shot that I took out of the squirrel. I literally, as I was pulling the skin off of him, the BBs were popping out of the skin and falling in the sink. So this is what the number 6 shot looks like when it comes out of the squirrel. All right, guys, so these things have been cooking since this morning at about 6:37. Check them out. Check this out. Look at that. Woo, man. Look at that. Look at the steam coming off that. Squirrel's looking good. All right, guys, so we're back here. I'm gonna pull the squirrel meat off the bones. Samantha, she can be on camera now.
So while I prep the vegetables and the pie crust defrost a little bit, Jack is gonna take the squirrel that's been cooking in the crock pot since like 8 o'clock this morning.
Smells really good.
And take the meat off the bones. I checked it and the meat is like falling off the bones, which is great for a little animal like this because we struggle when we take the meat off the bones of squirrel. Their bones are itty bitty.
Yeah, and when you cook it the normal way, it's kind of hard to get it off the bones.
Yeah.
And this one, you just touch and it falls off.
This is so tender.
Crock pot.
So in the crock pot this morning, I put about a 1/2 inch deep of chicken stock. We put the squirrels in, and then I just threw some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning in there. I use the Italian seasoning because that is gonna be in the pot pie batter, so it, you know, kind of pairs and complements each other. So the meat will be seasoned.
I'm in. I'm ready for it. We got some muscadine wine here that we're sipping on from Chateau Elan. They had a big sale they had it on clearance for Christmas, so we had to get like 20 bottles. They were like $4 a piece.
Yeah, definitely worth it. So yeah, Jack's going to take the meat off the bones and show you guys how tender the meat is while I finish prepping the vegetables.
It literally just fell off the arm when I was trying to pick it up.
I have prepped all of our vegetables and now we're gonna get to cooking. So let me show you what we're gonna do. So we have butter, 3 tablespoons about. So this is a hot pan. While that is going, we have chopped onion, celery, and cooked potatoes. I put them in the microwave for like 3 minutes. They were little baby potatoes just to soften them. Okay, so we're going to let this cook down until the onions are soft. And then once the onions get soft, we're gonna add flour and mix that in to kind of create a roux. So we're gonna saute this until the onions get soft. Add a little bit of garlic at the very end just to get it aromatic. And then we're gonna add flour and start creating a roux with the sauce from the cooked squirrel. So instead of using chicken stock, we're going to use the stock from the crock pot that the squirrel cooked in and a little bit of milk. So show you what I've been doing. Instead of making one big chicken pot pie, or excuse me, squirrel pot pie, I have these extra large muffin tins. So we're gonna make 6 mini squirrel pot pies. I thought it would be fun and different. So I took store-bought pie crust. I did not make it from scratch. Don't kill me. And just broke it apart and sprayed the bottom of the muffin tin and then put some dough at the bottom. And then at the end, we'll put some dough at the top. That's our leftover pie dough. And then put a little egg wash on it and stick it in the oven. So these are ready to go. A little garlic at the end. So I have about 1/3 cup of flour. Okay, so while the flour is cooking out a little bit, it's gonna create a little paste, and you want all the white to go away and cook out that pasty flavor of the flour. So while I'm doing that, Jack is going to fill 1 cup of the squirrel stock that we used. It's chicken stock that we've flavored and the squirrel cooked in, so it'll have a little squirrely flavor. So 1 cup.
She's putting a lot of faith in me to do something right. She usually yells at me.
If it's not quite a cup, I'll top it off with chicken stock.
Well, there's a half, and I could get another one if you could pour that out.
So this 1/2 cup right here is gonna go in the pan right now, and then Jack's gonna do another 1/2 cup.
I couldn't get it all to fit in there. It was only like to the bottom.
Okay, so the squirrel stock is in the vegetables. 1.5 cups of whole milk. You can use almond milk too. That's what I normally do white sauces with. almond milk. And then about a half. And adjust these amounts if you made more vegetables or accidentally added a little more flour. You can add more liquid. It really doesn't matter. And we are going to season it with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning once it starts to thicken a little bit. All right, a little salt and pepper, and then some Italian seasoning. And then we'll taste it, and
that'll eat right there. Sure enough.
If it starts to get too thick, and turn down your heat a little bit, you can just add a little bit more liquid. And then we're going to add the vegetables. So we have the frozen carrot, pea, green bean, little melody from the store. So we're gonna add the vegetables, then add the meat, and stuff these pie crusts.
All right guys, so here's the meat. Check it out. That's a lot of meat right there. That is 4 squirrels. That is 4 squirrels right there. You could almost do a barbecue sandwich on 4 squirrels, multiples.
Okay.
So just a little advice, when you are cleaning the squirrels, before you put them into the crock pot, take a little like searing, like a little searing flame, like a lighter or a grill lighter, and sear off any of the extra hairs that might be on the squirrel after you clean them. Because it's pretty much the same way with chickens. There's always a little extra feathers on there, and you got to kind of sear it off with a little flame. Little flame waved over it, they're gone. So just FYI.
All right, so last scoop of vegetables, we did about 1.5 cups of these mixed veggies. And I'll mix it all up, and if we need to add more, then I can. This is gonna be more than 6 little tins worth of pot pie, so we might have to make it again and freeze this. While we've been doing this, the oven has been preheating to 400 degrees, and we'll let it cook. Probably check it in 15 minutes. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little measuring cup, make it easy on myself. This looks really good. Can you see it?
Looks amazing.
Look how green it is. All right, let's take a measuring cup and just fill the pot pie.
That's pretty cool. You can just scoop it out.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do things smarter, not harder.
I'd be over there with a spatula trying to empty out in a little container.
And when we tell you guys that squirrel tastes like chicken, it doesn't really taste like chicken, but it's the only thing that's comparable, like dark meat chicken, to a squirrel that I could think of. So, all right, made an egg wash for the top of the pies. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the little pies. So, and then I'm just gonna pinch it together. If that happens and it breaks, just take a little piece. This is not going to look like Martha Stewart. And if you have extra, just peel it off. Okay, so the pot pies are covered. Best I could do. Now I'm just gonna score the tops of them so that once they cook, the steam can get out. We are just gonna put a little egg wash on them. A little brush, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to get this fancy with it. And we're just gonna brush the tops. So I just put a little salt in my hand. I'm just gonna, all right, 15 minutes in 400 degree oven. We're gonna check it. If the tops are not brown and crispy, then we'll let it go another 5 minutes.
Smells good, must be good. Looks good.
So the pot pies have been in about 18 minutes. I let it go a few extra minutes.
Wee.
The ends are a little crispy, but I think it'll be delicious. So while I know Jack wants to dig into these right now,
With my fingers.
we have to wait. So I'm gonna set the timer for about 5 minutes, let these cool down, and then we will plate them up and try them. I think they'll be yummy.
It's gonna be a plate full of America right there. Look how much is left over. 4 squirrels is too much.
But we're gonna freeze that, and then whenever Jack feels like eating squirrels again, we'll just pull it out and make another pot pie with it. So it'll be fine. And a little teaser to our next squirrel video, we are gonna use the extra meat for a Super Bowl surprise. So our friends don't know it yet, but we're gonna bring squirrel for our appetizer to our Super Bowl
Squirrel
party.
pizza. Barbecue pizza.
Jack, I didn't want to tell him.
Ah!
Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. We're gonna try to get these out of here. This will probably be the hardest part.
I panned it, so it should be good to go.
Well, it's not stuck.
I mean, I'm gonna eat it no matter what.
That's
What
not
becomes
gonna
of
look
it?
pretty.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes.
All right, see how crispy it is? Oh!
Oh!
It probably could stand to cool a little bit longer, but
We're in a rush to eat it.
we're anxious. Also, what's good about making this size is that for lunches, we can just put them in a little bag. And they're already portioned out for us. Okay. Let it cool a little bit longer and solidify, and then they'll probably be easier to get out of the pan. Mine looks better than Jack's.
Hey, I'm gonna eat it no matter what. I'm hungry.
Okay, am I going first?
Yeah, try it.
Nice and crispy.
Get you some of that squirrel meat in it.
Okay. A little piece of squirrel there. Mmm. So good. Have a little gamier flavor because we use the stock from the crock pot that the squirrels cooked in. So it's like a richer squirrel flavor, if you want to call it that. So good. The pot pie juice is delicious. So that is a great recipe for beginner pot pies. You can change it up if you want. If it's too heavy, use more stock. If it's too light for you, you can use half and half. Depends on what you want, but I think it's perfect how we made it. Yum, that looks delicious. All right, Jack.
All right, guys, I'm going with the biggest piece that'll fit on my fork.
Make sure you get a good chunk of meat.
I got a chunk. I got a good squirrel chunk. It's
Let's
wanting to
see
fall
it.
apart. Oh, it's falling apart. All right, there it is right there. Pretty excited. It's a little hot.
It's really hot.
That's good. It beats all those frozen ones you get in the refrigerator, you know, like those frozen pot pies. This is good. Real good.
Did I do a good job?
Yep. Really good.
This is the only reason Jack dates me.
You know, hey, you know, secret's out. I'm eating all 6 of them tonight. That's fact.
Okay, guys, so you know how I said if I get a bone, it was Jack's fault? He got the bone. Ha 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 ha.
Got a bone. The squirrels have gone wary to my tactics. There was one right there. He saw me in the blinds. Check it out, there's a squirrel. He's right there. Hold up, there he is. Check it. He's grown wary to my tactics. Trap is over there by the broccoli. And he's been eating it. I'm gonna get him. Better not get my collards. He thinks he's slick. I got something for him. He's even showing his butt to me.